How you doing? Welcome back to RLTW Strategies. Today was a hectic day. I did a couple posts on X and I had a huge drawdown today. I was up to about 30K in my funded account. We'll go ahead and take a look at it. I was up 30K in this account, all right? I drew my 1 minute opening range. As you can see, we came out of it and we broke below it. I had yesterday's closed listed on here and we rejected off of that. And this was a good short. I think I was up $900 at this point. Okay, and that brought me from where I was at yesterday to 30K in this account. All right, yeah, you can't really tell, but I was up 30K and so at some point, I think it was here in this action right here, we could actually pull up let's pull up the execution and take a look at what that was like, because man, it was horrendous. Topstep's gonna ban me when they see this. All right, we're on the 5 minute. I started out pretty easy. Okay, this is just terrible. I shorted this morning. This was a good trade. It was during pre-market. I was up pretty good. I wish I would have recorded it, but I wasn't at home. I was at the office, and I don't really have a recording session at the office. So let's see if we could decipher all this, because man, it was ridiculous. Okay, so I guess I shorted 2 here on this candle, okay? I shorted 2, and I think I added 1, and then, let's see, 814 was here, 804. Oh, this is where I fat fingered it. So I had 2 contracts short, I DCA'd, and then somehow I went back to 2 contracts because I had 3 contracts short, and I accidentally hit the buy button and sold 1, and I was down to $64 on the day, from 900 to 64. And then as we pumped up to here, I added another contract, and then I guess I closed it, 1 contract here, and then we came over here and I'm seeing this action, and I think I finally closed out at 219 for profit. So now we're on these candles here, and I shorted thinking we're going to come down at this wick and this yesterday's close. So I shorted 2, I shorted 3. I shorted 1 first at 825, then 826, and then I bought at, I closed it, if I'm reading that right. And then stuff just got ridiculous over here. I think I was good. Okay, this is where I think I did pretty good up until 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I was long 9 here from 808, and I shouldn't have done this, but I was watching Topstep TV, and a couple people were going long. I'm not going to drop any names. So I was pretty confident that we were going to hit a bottom here, and then I had this red line down here. So as long as we stayed above this red line, I thought we were going to be good for the rest of the day to retest the opening range or retest yesterday's close. But I was 9 contracts short, and I closed it off down here, and I think at this point I started to tilt. All right, so I'm already down pretty heavy. It was like 15 points in the negative here on this candle. Then we popped up to 799, and I shorted again, 9 contracts, right? Revenge trading. So I went on 9 contracts short. I must have closed that off. Slightly confused. 2, 4, 6, 8. Shorted 8. But this drop right here, I held on. And I was negative like 11 grand. I mean, I was negative, let's just say my account went from 30K down to 11K. All right, so it was a pretty substantial drawdown on the day. And at this point, I had an eval here, and I went in 3 contracts at the bottom at this fair value gap that I drew out a while ago. So we hit this fair value gap. I went long down here and closed it up here for the max profit on the day for 3K. So that is what I made here, $58 over. And then as I went long, I ended up going long here on the funded account, on the XFA. And I just continued to try to make up the losses today. And if you followed on my X, you would see that my losses were like 2,600 on the day. I could pull them up right now. So this is what I posted. So that was yesterday. So this morning took a significant loss, about 3 grand already, and the time was, do I have the time on here? Doesn't show the time. And then that's how I ended the day. 60 trades, 962 in the negative, which still puts me positive for the week. So if I don't trade for the next 2 days and I take a break, which I probably should do, yeah, it was bad. And I'll show you the drawdown. So going over and looking at the account on the day, let's go ahead and look at the day statistics, right? So I was doing good this morning. I woke up, I did a couple trades. I think I was up $500 from last night, maybe. No, 7:30 last night, I was up 153. And then I traded again at 05:30 this morning, up 431, 753, 513, and then close to market open, I got in some good trades and I was up 1,400 on the day. And then I was down huge, and then I made it up with a few more trades and I was up 324, and then the market dropped and I was long when it dropped. And at one point in time I was negative 11K in my account. I held on when we hit the bottom because we hit a fair value gap, and after the fair value gap I went in on an eval, had an eval that reset, and I went in 6 contracts, 3 contracts, and I added to it as we bounced off the fair value gap, and I'll show you that in a second. And on the funded account, I just worked my way up, chopping away at the balance, right? Doing scalps, short and long scalps, and I worked it all the way back up to being negative 962 on the day. And for me, with the size of my account, 962 is a win, because it's better than being negative $4,300 on the day. So I've been in this huge drawdown before, and I worked my way out of it. And you could see that on the account, right? I had a couple huge drawdowns the 19th, and I worked my way back. On Monday, worked my way back. This day, I worked my way back, plus I took a 5K payout after this loss. And as you could see, on the month, we're already up 21K on the month. You know, compared to last month, that's pretty good. And we're still up on the week, which is good. But if my account got shut off after hitting drawdown, I wouldn't be able to be back to where I was today. So I'm thankful for not having a DLL on the day, and from being in drawdown in the past, I was able to work my way out of my drawdown, focusing on base hits for the remainder of the day. So I'm grateful for that. For the funded account, 2 trades, okay? And these 2 trades were done down in this fair value gap. Right down here. Oop, I didn't want to move that. Right down here. We hit this fair value gap, and this is where I made up most of my losses on my funded account, was up on this climb up. It was like 3 or 4 trades from the stair step back up to the top to the Monday low that I marked out. So yeah, I got in position right at 6:31. I added 3 contracts at 6:31, and then at 6:45 I added 3 more, and I closed them out. I just moved my take profit bracket to $3,000. So I had a feeling after these 2 candle wicks that there was going to be enough of a dead cat bounce to get us up to at least 50%. I thought 50%. So I thought that was a safe trade. I figured near 50%. So I figured after we hit the fair value gap and I saw these candle wicks at the bottom that there was a good chance that I could go into my eval and get into a position on a fresh account. I didn't think we were going to hit this drawdown, this fair value gap. We could hit this tomorrow, right? We could hit this we could retouch a double bottom during Globex. We could hit this double bottom down here, or we could hit this area at during Globex. So just be cautious of that tonight. Just be cautious of that tonight. And with that, here's the executions. It looks like a mess because I was working. If you could see the smoke coming off of the mouse, it was ridiculous. So I'm thankful I didn't get turned off on a DLL, because then I wouldn't have been able to make up my losses on the day. So 962, I'm going to close the day off with that and be grateful for that. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how ridiculous the trading day was. And I hope you made money. I hope you didn't blow any accounts. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Talk to you later. Take it easy.